We live. Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna go live on Facebook too. So we're gonna get this queued up. Strong. With dude, okay. Trying to reconnect. Gonna go live here. We're live on YouTube. So, what do you want me to start with?
Just how you.
Just whatever. I made a post yesterday about our dirty water in the village, and yeah, had some helpful people reach out. Some people who run like water filtration companies overseas. Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go yet, but we also. What's up, everybody? Joining us on Facebook Live. So, I had. I also got a call today from. Did I tell you about this?
No.
From the CEO of Water Authority.
No.
I did tell you that.
No, you didn't.
Oh, really?
I told.
I was busy.
Expect a call from.
I got, and then missed call. Reconnecting.
Yeah. Are you?
Maybe the Facebook Live is taking. Anna Bulare.
Okay, we're back on.
David Bula, and
Yeah.
good afternoon to you too.
Sorry,
Thanks for joining. Yeah. No, so I got this. I had my phone rang, and I'm like, I couldn't pick it up because I was in a meeting. And then like 20 minutes later, rang again, and this unknown number. I'm like, okay. I picked it up, and let me see. I actually don't know what his name was, but Amit Chanan, I guess is his name. So, and he was like, hi, my name is so Amit, and he's like, yeah,
okay.
And he's like, my name, and I got a call regarding a video that you guys posted from the Human Rights Society or something like this, or Human Rights Tribunal or something like that. And dude, is there anything I can deal with this gecko poop here? Otherwise, I'm gonna like
pick it up and eat it.
Yeah, yuck. There we go. It's a freshie too.
Stupid.
Huh?
Eat it. Hey.
Get this out of here. Yeah, there we go. We live, everybody. The gecko poos. And so drink juice, rainwater. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I got a call from the Human Rights Society, and my name is so and so, and I'm the CEO of Fiji Water Authority.
No.
I'm like, oh, okay. I was driving with Josh. Yeah, I was driving with one of my friends to go pick up someone from school.
That was the call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, because I would have just like deferred it and be like, hey, I'm busy right now. Can I call you back?
So what did he say?
And then he was just asking me questions like, where do you live? How far are you from Sanganga? Are you on like Water Authority? And I said no. I said I did say clearly in our post that we're not on Water Authority because I didn't want the blowback for the Water Authority because I knew that like people might assume or just start roasting them. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted somebody, or like people to reach out if they got like good solutions, because our village has been on this water supply for too long, I think. And there's like cows grazing around the spring and stuff like that. Now it's like, yeah, and when you go up there, it's like, and then you get to, it's like that what we talked about the other day, the twister. It's like, and then lands right in the water supply. And so he's like, yeah, like we need to figure out like a solution for you guys, and then I established that like we don't have water tanks, we don't have like cartage. He was talking about water carding, and I'm like, nobody has water tanks here except for that big one that the Red Cross set up by the church. It's not set up yet. And so it sounds like he can't really do much, but he wanted to just located.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens anyways. Because he can talk to somebody who can talk to somebody. Yeah. But yeah, it's hard. And like I'm when I posted it, like I know there's a lot of guys, like a lot of people, a lot of you guys who have problems with your water, and it's not just us, And I'm not saying that our problem is worse than other people's problem. It's just like, it's a problem. Because I know people like right in Suva too that have bad water, right? And so I know some people some people think, or some people say, like, drinking water is a basic human right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that or not.
What?
Huh?
Okay. What do you mean?
Uh, like, I don't know about like human rights. Like, it's like human rights are, like, for me it's like a touchy subject, because it's like, what if it's a bit like that's like it's a bit like you're assuming that like something should be given to you because you exist. That's why the human right to me is. It's like, because I am a living, breathing person, I deserve these things. It's like, well, you're living and breathing, so that's like, up in Sabu,
Mm.
or from town, right, where the water authority is, and I'm not like, oh, it's my right. I'm getting angry.
Mm.
I don't think anybody here thinks that. Like, it's our right to have like good water. Like, that should be.
I feel like if you are paying tax, to this government, then
Yeah,
it is only right that they provide
right.
the
What do you guys
necessities.
think? I mean, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe,
I feel like if you had to come from that,
yeah.
and then yeah, heck yeah, you should
Right,
get
right.
fresh water,
Okay,
electricity, and all those.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah. Like, what else are? Let me just Google. Louder.
Mm.
Whatever. Gotta get my truck washed. Yeah, like education.
Yeah,
People say,
education.
right, is
Mm.
a human right. Um, that one again, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know like what should be a basic human right.
Mm.
Human rights include the right to life and liberty, freedom from slavery and torture, freedom of opinion and expression, the right to work and education, and many more.
Mm.
Um, everyone is, so this is from the UN, everyone is entitled to these rights without discrimination. Um, yeah. I don't know. Maybe like, do human rights line up with like the idea of having a? You know what, guys, on Facebook, I am going to send you guys over to our YouTube live, so go check it out there, because I think we're overloading our terrible data here. Wi-Fi should be a basic human right, and I'll talk about that more on our YouTube live. Um, yeah, I don't know if some people say that internet is a bit should be. I've heard people talk about how internet, like
Should be
internet
a human.
access, should be high speed internet access should be a human right.
Really?
Yeah, and like, I mean, like, you can't do much in 2023
Mm.
without internet, or without a connection.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, most people, like, if they're late for work or something, or they're not gonna be able to make it work or make it to work,
Mm.
like, they don't, like, they use Facebook Messenger or Viber or YouTubers or WhatsApp or something like that, right, to get in
Yeah.
touch with us.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, I mean, that's an essential for
Mm.
our business. AI is going to be good for the environment. Like, I think people like fail to realize, not not people like, but in general, like how terrible for the environment like air travel is.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of fuel like these jet engines burn and stuff like
Mm.
that is insane.
Mm.
It's crazy. I actually knew a guy. I was served on the leadership team at a church with him, and he he actually didn't travel. His wife would go alone,
Yeah.
like, because they had a house in Mexico, and he wouldn't go. His wife went down all the time. He'd go like once a year,
Mm.
because he didn't agree that, yeah, he thought that like using his resources in that way was irresponsible
Mm.
towards like the environment, playing around and stuff. He's
Mm.
like, I just don't. I think it's not. I'm gonna try to do my part and not like just like fly around the world for no
Mm.
reason. I was like, wow, that's so much dedication.
Mm.
So much dedication.
Mhm.
So yeah, but like that's. I mean, the project aims to support sustainable tourism. So I guess like our friends at Nukumbati, like they're like, I think Leluvia Resort too. There's a few resorts that it's not good
Mm.
for the environment. If we want to be good for the environment, we chase everybody away
Mm.
and only a few people.
Yeah.
Like, more people is not good for the environment. That's what we do. Is we cut down things. We cut down mangroves.
Yeah.
Like more people, more pollution, more stuff going into the rivers, into the ocean. It's
Yeah.
like I'm not buying it. I'm annoyed at that they had to end it like that. I mean, you're not fooling anybody.
Yeah.
Anyways, they played such a good game. Like everything was on point. Their kicking game, the kicking game was so good.
Mm.
Them like the way that they were placing kicks, their conversions, everything. Their tactical kicking was so good, which is like all the things that you don't expect from a Fijian team. They did. Like it was like all the things that were the weaknesses. Like it felt like they were turned them into their strength. Like
Mm.
even the lineout. Like we're usually not very good in lineouts.
Mm.
You know, like Fiji teams typically speaking, right?
Yeah.
And then it was a rainy day, and they were throwing lineouts right to the back of the last pod in the lineout, and it's like, and like straight, like it was so good. Everything was good. I think if they play like that, they can beat any team. They can beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They won't beat the Chiefs.
You
Yeah, man.
think so?
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
They can definitely.
If they did, I'd definitely choose the draw.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah.
You'll stop cheering for the Chiefs?
I'll stop cheering for the Chiefs.
I can't believe you're such a hater. You actually need to be exiled from the country. Like this guy will cheer for the Chiefs over the
I'm a
Ndrua.
faithful Chiefs
No, dude.
through and through.
Dude,
Yeah.
take your faithfulness and shove it into another. Move to Otago then, please. Take your faithfulness and buy a plane
I'll
ticket.
be cheering for Drew beating the other teams, but not when it comes to Chiefs, bro.
Otago? Waikato. Waikato, eh?
Waikato. Otago. Konnichiwa.
Dude, for real though.
Yeah, but like, I'll cheer for them when they beat other teams. But when they
play
play with Chiefs, like no, I'm choosing Chiefs.
Dude, that's unreal, dude. Really, that's inappropriate on so many levels. It's really disappointing. This actually might be Tui's last live with us. What do you got? This remittance kept the economy afloat. Is that right?
Yeah, they're
Members back home during his recent visit to Samoa. Mbuka told those in attendance that remittances have been the largest foreign exchange earner and have helped keep the economy afloat. The Prime Minister says the people's confidence in them is inspiring them to do more. Oh, okay. So like people sending money back home from overseas.
yeah.
Did somebody just get domed out there?
Yep.
Who's that?
That looks like Leaky.
Oh, Leaky! What, did he kick it right in his face?
I don't know. I just saw him falling down.
Poor guy. So this happens. So, that's cool. People sending money to invest, so that they're not, back just to like, because money goes in and then it just
Money goes out.
it goes out, right? So to create a recurring revenue kind of stream for families, hire their family members instead of just like, like even for a long time, like we are, have been just breaking even with the store in Seganga, like now with the pizza and like the way that we're able to increase the marketing, like we're starting to see really good results. But I mean, just making an investment of, however many thousands that we've put in, and that money, like even if there's no return necessarily, like the fact that like it's rolling and there's like almost 10 people that like are able to like put food on the table for their families and stuff like that. Like if I would have just like taken those thousands and just given them out, like the money would be gone, right? And then there'd be nothing left. But like you invest that money properly and create a business, like the money just keeps rolling. Yeah. So I think that's important. Very important. Do we have any questions on there? It's been such a broken up episode.
A lot of people being like just falling out.
What's that?
A lot of people coming and going because
because of the connection.
Yeah, the connection.
Yeah, yeah.
It's bloody connection, man.
I'm gonna talk about
Bloody you. You
one
bloody.
more thing. Have
Oh,
you
what
been?
about?
Let's just talk about something that we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What should we talk about? Um, how about mental health
Yeah.
stuff? Have you been involved with any conversations with people about mental health
Like this
recently?
last week.
Yeah,
Um.
because you're in that space, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you
not
say
not
like
not last week. I think it was the other week. Yeah.
like are most of the people that you talk with like women or men
Uh,
or both?
both, but
Both.
mostly I usually
Focus on the ladies.
nah.
Right.
I'm more advocate in men's mental health, but I'm always like open to like friends discussing about it,
Yeah.
like with women as well.
Mm.
But I have this group of friends. Like we usually go on a phone call, like just all men, and
Oh,
we check like we just discuss or like we check on like
each
check
other.
in, you know, just a quick check in on each other. I have this close friend of mine like from high school, so
Okay.
we started talking again
Yeah.
because like we had a falling out. Not that we had a, like issue something,
Oh.
but just there's some people that we just have a falling out of like getting in touch and
Right. Your life
yeah,
just goes in different direction.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so uh, we started talking again after one of our posts went viral on
Oh,
Twitter.
with this last one.
No, no,
Oh.
Steph's one. Yeah,
Oh yeah yeah yeah
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah, so he
That's
reached
cool.
out to me like, hey, like he congratulated me, like saying that, working with you guys and like, it's like just cheering me on, like, hey, don't think about
Right.
that too much.
Hmm.
And, which I was like, bro, we haven't talked for so long, and like the fact that he just reached out like that, like it means a lot,
Yeah yeah
compared to like my other circle friends that I usually talk to every day.
yeah. Hmm.
They didn't reach out,
Right.
and they were the ones who were like retaliating on Twitter. So to me, it was like sort of a setback, downfall. But yeah, he reached out, and then we just talked from there, and then like it's just like, hey, why don't we start like checking in on each other again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, all right, yeah, I love that. So yeah, we usually talk. We through Twitter Spaces, and then we discuss. We haven't actually gone on Twitter Space for a while now, but yeah, we just message each other.
Okay okay.
Mm. And it's really rare for like men to do that. I don't know about other places in the
Hmm.
world, but like for here in Fiji, to have somebody like a friend
I think it's
can
rare
message
everywhere
you
in the
like,
world. Yeah.
bro, that means a lot,
Hmm.
and I feel safe just talking about it.
Yeah
Like, what am I going through,
yeah.
and
How terrible your your
how
bosses
terrible
are.
my life is right now here in this village. There's this dirty water,
Yeah.
but
No, bro. They lost shit from the spring, and
yeah,
they
that's grog from the
that's
spring,
grog
bro.
straight
We
from
don't
the
have to
source.
wash again here.
Can't do it. No kosa, no sulu, anything is required. Just
Drink
put
from
your
the
cup
tap,
there.
man.
What can do it?
Uh,
Maten. That's
man.
what it looks like. There's some people who joked about that in the
Yeah,
comments. Eh?
yeah, I saw that. I saw that. But yeah, like it feels good to have somebody like that, like
Mm.
a male friend to talk about these things,
Mm.
And it's funny, like some people you think like they have their life all together,
But
they
you.
really don't.
Mm.
And when you reach out or when I usually just I have this radar where I see like posts and like people are posting up or like not posting as much. I just randomly check in on them. Hey,
Oh
what's
yeah.
up? What's going on?
Like
Like,
on Twitter
yeah,
specifically.
yeah,
Yeah.
on Twitter, on other social medias or on Instagram. Like I have this one friend. Like just deleted all of her posts one
Hmm.
day. I'm like, oh, this is not normal behavior. So I
Right.
just checked in. Like, turns out she's like going on through like a situation, and like, I was like, wow, you picked that up. I'm like, yeah, I did,
Yeah.
and I just thought to check in. Like, yeah, I'm getting better now,
Oh, okay.
but she really like, she's really glad that I did reach out
Hmm.
and just to check in on her.
Yeah.
That's something about like just checking in on somebody, even
Yeah.
even though they didn't want to like
Yeah.
get help, but the thought of it, like you reaching out, that means a lot to a person,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just be there and listen.
Oh, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, man.
I mean, like, do you still have like circle of friends who just check in on each other,
Yeah, so me and
especially
my
boys,
best
man?
man uh, from my wedding, we're pretty hit and miss. We were doing it like weekly for a couple weeks, just like because we'd hardly like because our lives have kind of gone two separate ways.
Mm.
Like he's a pastor in Canada and I'm now in Fiji.
Mm.
Like it's just like it's hard, you know. Like he's got a family. He's got another. He just had another kid last week.
Yeah.
Um, he's got three kids. I got two kids, and living across the world.
Mm.
But yeah, we hopped on a couple calls over the last month, just check in with each other,
Mm.
pray for each other. Yeah, just like just general check in. Nothing,
Mm.
no real like agenda
Yeah.
to the whole thing, but just like more just to be like, what's going on in your life, and like how can I, you know, how can I pray for you,
Yeah.
and how can I, yeah, like because we both respect each other's opinions,
Mm.
and so to seek each other's advice and stuff, like
Mm.
because we're both in like although life has gone two different directions, we're both in similar stages of life.
Mm.
So two different like in different directions, like physically speaking. Like I'm far away,
Mm.
and he's over there.
Yeah.
Um, but like we're actually in a really similar stage of life, you know.
Mm.
So there's a lot of conversations that we have with each other that we're both like this relevant to both of us, you know.
Yeah.
How to be good husbands, be good dads, you know. Um,
Mm.
yeah, he's it's interesting. Like I have a lot of friends who are in ministry,
Mm.
and like, yeah, it's tough on people
Mm.
sometimes. Ministry,
Mm.
like, it gets exhausting because like they're the people that like are always supposed to have it together, right?
Yeah.
Nobody checks in on them, right?
Yeah. We just see
And
them
like,
like, oh, okay, this guy should,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, like I want to do that with him because like, you know, um, like nobody checks in on people like us,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
like like unless
You mean us, like us men, right? Or is it
yeah, or like
in
people
the
like
ministry?
yeah, people in ministry, and
Okay.
then like people look at just like the way that I present myself to the
Mm.
world. You
Mm.
know, it's like trying to be like a person who's like, you know, I'm just trying to like pave the way for other people. I want other people to like see what I'm doing
Mm.
and feel like they can do it.
Mm.
Like so, call it leadership or call it like innovation or whatever.
Right.
I just don't. I don't want. I think like a good leader like leaves people feeling like I can do that too.
Mm.
You know, like some
Mm.
people think leaders are there's some people you look at and they're like supposed leaders, but they make you feel like, oh, you can never do that,
Yeah.
you know? And
Right.
that's a lot of business owners in Fiji, right?
Mm.
Everything's like super hush hush. They don't talk about like how they've made their success, like
Yeah.
how they got successful. Like it's all, and so you just feel like you're a dick, you know?
Mm.
Like you're this not like and because like you're just the guy and you just assume people with lots of money are just like mean people or like, or
Mm.
they like somehow they're crooked and that's how they got rich, you know?
Mm.
But it's like that's not true about people. But it's people don't talk, you know?
Mm.
Are we
Yeah. We still
disconnected?
are. We still
Oh,
are.
okay.
Mm.
Um and so I don't think that's true. I've been friends I've worked for in my past like career, like for people who have millions, tens of millions of dollars,
Mm.
and they're the super nice people, and they go through all the same struggles that we go through.
Mm.
Um, I just want people to like have a drink here. Jeez,
Yeah.
I got like a frog in my throat. That is such a like a Western like kind of like thing to say.
Yeah.
Hey, like frog in my throat. That's like a very. I feel like it's a really Canadian thing. Got a frog in my throat.
Well, like,
Um, it's just like a statement that like I've never heard anybody
mm,
anywhere else.
mm,
It's like chalk and
chalk
cheese,
and
like
cheese.
Australians say, chalk and cheese. Um, and so yeah, they go through all these wealthy big businessmen. They go through a lot of similar things that we do.
Mm,
Um, but to draw back to like um, yeah, I want people to like look at my life and feel like, oh, I can do that. If he did it, I can do it.
mm,
Like I don't want people to look at me and feel like, oh, frick, that guy's like,
mm.
he came from so much money because I didn't. And so I want people to be like, hey, you can come from like a normal family and still like make it. Why are you laughing?
Normally,
Yeah, but
better to have grog down your throat than a frog in your throat.
yeah, that's true. Hey, but
Yeah, Koro is not
Koroi's not
here.
here, eh?
He
Mike
went
Tao, man.
to Lambasa to watch the Drua games, and he hasn't got gotten back.
Man,
So yeah, but
jerk.
like
So
what? Like,
yeah, and like I heard
go ahead.
somebody say once, like if you're gonna be a person who like paves the way or whatever, like
Mm,
don't expect people to check in on you. And he was saying like he calls his friends like this guy was really wealthy,
yeah.
but and he calls his friends and the guy was like, well, why do you do that? Why do you have these like intimate conversations? He's like, because people don't check in on people like
Mm,
us. Like he's
mm,
friends with The Rock
yeah.
or Dwayne Johnson or whatever, and so sometimes he calls him and he's like, hey man, how's it going? Like,
Mm,
because people don't check in on people like Dwayne Johnson.
yeah.
People just assume like you see his Instagram, such a nice guy.
Mm,
Like
mm,
he's got it all together. He's got money. He's got kids. He's got
mm,
houses all over the world. Like he's got it all, right?
mm.
And like you don't know. He's actually opening up a lot about that right now. Um, if you guys should go watch. Remember I was showing you that.
Yeah,
Who was that with? Was that GQ?
I don't remember.
Um, was it GQ? I want to tell you guys about this because it was such a well done video, and he really opened up. It was with Vanity Fair. So there's a Dwayne the Rock Johnson on Vanity Fair. His interview is like solid,
Mm,
so solid, and the cinematography, everything is so sick.
mm,
Um, but yeah, like I don't. Uh, I'm part of a like awesome Bible study.
mm.
Um, and like me and Stephanie are best friends, and so I have people checking in on me from those places.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
What about like your relationship with dad?
with my
Like,
dad,
yeah, do you guys usually check in on each other, like in the way that your friends do check in, or
uh, yeah, I guess dad does that every once in a while, like
yeah,
which is more than a lot of dads, I guess. Like
mm,
he called me, I think it was like at the beginning of this year,
mm,
and he was like, I just wanted to see like, do you have anybody? And this is why I actually started the conversation with
mm,
the best man from my wedding, my
mm,
best friend growing up, was he was like, do you have anybody that you're talking to, like mentor or
yeah,
anybody? Because my dad's always been like, he always has had like a mentor or somebody that
mm,
he is accountable to, like another guy,
yeah,
with family or somebody in a similar stage of life with him.
mm,
He meets with them like once a week, goes out for breakfast or coffee with them, and
mm,
they talk. Um, and so he was like, "Yeah, are you talking to anybody right now?" Like, you know,
yeah,
I was like, "No, like not really." Like, and he's like, "Well, maybe you should just make sure like you have people to talk to, right?" So
mm,
that was good,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
just him saying that was like, I was like, "Okay,
All right,
yeah,
yeah,
I should get it on this." So then I
yeah,
like from that the next day I called my friend and I
yeah,
was like, "Hey, dude, like I wouldn't mind if we could chat every week, but it's been tough, like you
mm,
know." But I think it's important for people to have conversations and be open with each other because there's a lot of guys especially who simply don't don't do it, and they
mm,
don't do it and then when you really need it, you don't have the person,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah,
And so like it's not about necessarily like in the moment like you need somebody to talk to.
mm,
It's like because like when stuff gets really crappy,
mm,
um and you don't have that relationship established,
mm,
it's like not to like, well, whatever. It's like pornography, right?
Mm.
It's like if you're a dad and you don't address that with your sons at like a young age. I'm talking because I have sons, right?
Mm.
So I'm a dad. I have sons. If I don't address this with my sons at a young age and like the temptations, of like, and Christian or not Christian or religious, it's not a religious thing. It's like,
Mm.
there's a lot of studies that have shown how damaging pornography has been to a whole generation of young men.
Mm.
Um, Side note, but if I don't have this conversation with my kids now, like I'm not gonna be able to pick that up when they're like young adults,
Yeah.
like when they're 17, 18. It's like, dad,
Probably
like,
awkward
dude, yeah, like
to have
dad,
that
like we don't
conversation.
talk about
Yeah.
this, like, like we're
Yeah.
not discussing this. So
Uh,
like that's the thing, like you want to start that conversation because like everybody will go through it.
uh,
Like I had my own struggles with it, like, just to be honest with everybody.
mm.
Um, and like, but it was because I had good friends that I
Mm.
was able to like overcome it, and it's not a
Mm.
big deal. Um, but like if you didn't, I guess I didn't have that relationship with my dad to
Mm.
have that conversation with him, right?
Mm.
And I think he did such a much better job with me. Like he made improvements on like how his dad raised him, and
Mm.
like, and so I don't blame him for not having those conversations with me. If that makes sense.
Mm.
Like I'm not like I can't believe my dad never had those conversations with me. It's just like, yeah, of course he wouldn't have. Like he didn't come from that. He wasn't cut from that cloth.
Mm.
So this is kind of an awkward conversation, but if people are like, I'm out, like, where's the news? Where's the jokes? Um, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good conversation to have.
Oh, this is from Zolan Henry.
Hmm.
Men's Mental Week is on the 13th to the 19th of June.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Is that next week? I
Yeah,
think.
that's next week, right?
Uh,
Huh.
Thank you, Zolan.
Yeah, that's cool.
Uh, all right, I got some questions here for you.
Oh, really?
From Ryan.
Oh,
Do you have? Do you know what's going on with the vendors in Senganga needing stalls? Supposedly, there's a safety concerns. The shopping center owner said he has asked government to help vendors for 20 years. Is this BT
yeah,
he's talking about?
yeah.
Okay. Dude,
What?
is this guy really
How does Ryan? How do you
Ryan?
know this, Ryan?
Ryan, do you know how
Where
do you
are you
know
from?
this source
Seganga?
of
Do you know where Ryan's from?
information?
Yeah. Do you know where
No,
Ryan's
I
from?
don't. I don't.
Because like this is a very relevant and like nobody knows about. Like nobody should know about this kind of stuff.
Do you wanna like spill some of the things you?
Uh,
No, no,
huh?
no.
Well,
Oh,
like
news from Alberta, Canada.
that's what he said.
What? Yeah.
What? Like other Fijians gave you this information in Alberta, or like where? Like actually, yeah. Like, is there a
Yeah.
link somewhere, or like, is there like
He,
is it on Fiji Village
he
or FBC or something, or
seems
Fiji
to know.
Sun?
Mm.
Like, where are you getting this info? Because this is like legit. Like, what did he? Okay, what was the question again?
So, do you know what's going on with the vendors in Shanghai needing stalls?
Hmm.
Supposedly, there's a safety concerns. The shopping center owner said he has asked the government to help vendors for 20 years. For sure.
20 years?
For 20 years.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty well established in the community.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just tell everybody what happened. Okay?
Oh, okay. So there's an article online.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
an article
Yeah.
online. Can
Yeah.
you send us that article?
Yeah.
You can like maybe DM it to us or whatever. It's not. I don't need it. Oh, I guess if you can send it to us somehow, we can
On
open it up.
Instagram or on Messenger.
Yeah, yeah. Send it.
In the
Tell
what?
us where you're gonna send it to, and then I'll open it up so I can
Yeah.
read it live. So, how many people are live right now?
18.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. That's really good actually. For having really bad internet connection, thank you guys for joining us on the mat. This is crazy. Like, it's what?
Yeah.
So how do I approach this subject? So yeah, there is like a whole row of there's like a little mini market in Sanganga, right? And it was torched or trashed in TCSA, and the roof was blown off and everything, and it's been basically a shanty. Like it's just like ripped up tarps and like half rusty tins and everything. And like I'm in Sanganga, I want to like beautify this place by creating jobs, by like making money start circulating around here. And so I had a conversation with this store owner. Like we sat down and I said, hey, me and my business partner, we want to like we need like road front signage.
Mm.
So I will fix up the whole market. I'll put new roof on it. I'll paint it and like redeck the market serve like the where they put their vegetables, like fix everything up so that it looks nice.
Mm.
And and then I'll put like a pony wall around the edge. So just get like 4 by 8 sheets, like 4 feet by 8 sheet pieces of ply, marine ply, and go and cover the whole side. So it's basically like a waist height wall.
Mm.
And then on those plies, they face the highway. Those pieces of plywood, I would paint it white, and then I
Mm.
put my branding, the Walker branding on it. So like in exchange for like me fixing up the place. Okay, I always thought the market was like public. It was a public market. I
Oh,
thought it
okay.
was on like town council land, but
Mm.
it's not. It's on Sanganga Shopping Center's land.
Mm.
And so I then approached him, had this conversation, and hey, hey, fresh cut. Let me see.
Yay.
And so he's here,
The guy.
the guy, the Taki master.
Back from Lambasa. Fresh, boy.
Fresh
Fresh.
cut.
Yeah.
Fresh nga iko. um, and so he was like, yeah, like, uh, you can do it. So I was like, oh, okay, this is awesome. So I was working on getting quotes together and stuff like that because all the roofing iron, the plywood, and then like a month later, he opens up a coffee shop and copies our coffee shop, like, or tries to, like, same chalkboard menus, serves the same drinks. We serve something called a London Fog, which doesn't exist in Fiji. I haven't seen it anywhere. It's actually, I think it's a Canadian. It's a drink that was born in Canada. What it is Earl Grey tea with vanilla and sugar with steamed milk. So it's a steamed it's a tea latte with vanilla. It's an Earl
Mm.
Grey tea latte with vanilla.
Mm.
It's beautiful. It's so like it tastes so good. And they have something on the menu called London Fog. And so what if you go ask to order it, they won't know how to make it. So all the rights, like this is a free market. That's the thing, right? Like
Mm.
it's up to them. But it's like such a small town. Like open a coffee shop, do whatever you want. But I'm like there should be like some thought about, hey, if I'm gonna pay to like redo his whole market, and that's right on the highway. That would beautify his whole lot,
Yeah.
right? Like, then why would you go and then like stab me in the back and like start this exact same kind of business in the exact same kind of way?
Mm.
Start the exact same kind of business. I really don't care. Like that's all the power to you.
Mm.
But like, no, it makes sense because people are gonna see all the branding. They're gonna think that his coffee shop is my coffee
Right.
shop,
Right.
which it isn't.
Mm.
So I'm down. Like that's deals off, right?
Yeah.
It's like just so you guys know, like that whole Sangaga like frontage when you drive through the market, like I told him I would fix it all up and beautify it and pay for everything in exchange for me being able just to put my branding on it,
Yeah.
right? And then that,
That happened.
yeah. And so like that's whatever. Like my coffee shop will bury his any day of the week, right? I mean,
yeah.
and so I'm not worried about the competition. Like
Yeah.
we've had many employees like in Canada that work for our cleaning company, and then they try to like take away our clients. They quit, they start their own cleaning companies
Right.
thinking they can do it. It's like that's great. Not one of them has made it.
Mm.
You see them pop up for a little bit. You see like a couple ads on Facebook or like stuff like that,
Mm.
and then they disappear. Like it's not easy doing business, right?
Yeah.
And so your product and customer service will speak for itself. This guy in Saigon has even tried to like poach our employees. Anyway, like I won't go into detail, any more detail about it,
Mm.
but I've tried because I care about Sanganga, and I think it
Mm.
looks like trash when you drive through on the highway. Like it looks like a third world country when we
Mm.
drive.
Yeah.
That's why I say like,
It's like second guys an afterthought.
yeah, for sure. Well,
Yeah.
we're under the Mombasa Town Council, and I don't expect them to like care as much about us as they do about them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm running for mayor
Yeah.
when it becomes a town, 100%.
Also,
Um,
so Ryan says it's you can just Google it.
okay.
Google Fiji Sanganga stores. First, they'll show up in the first result. Ah. Mm.
Oh, vendors plead for a market in Sanganga.
Mm.
Vendors sell.
So it's the vendors.
Vendors in Sanganga are pleading for a market to be established in the area. The vendors have been selling their produce at stalls on a private property, which is owned by businessman Hasim Khan, operating Sanganga Shopping Center. Businessman Bobby Khan highlighted the issue at the 2023-2024 national budget consultation that was held in Sanganga yesterday. Shoot, dude, I should have been there.
So
That was
that
where the Minister of
what was that?
Finance was there. When
Biman?
Biman Prasad was there.
Yeah, we
Saturday, eh?
went past. They were at
Yeah,
the
right.
police station. Eh?
Let's listen to this. Khan says they have been appealing to the government for over the last 20 years, at least. Oh, so Bobby Khan, Bobby is the owner of Natua Civil Contractors. So that's a big contracting company in Fiji. They do a lot of developments and stuff like that, contract
Mm.
to the government. So Bobby is not Hasim Khan. Hasim Khan is the owner of Senganga Shopping Center. Bobby is the owner of a different business.
Okay.
And so the Lambasa Town Council has told me that their market stall will be across the highway, kind of on your way up to the health center. But that
Oh,
doesn't make much sense just from the um from the perspective of it's not on the highway. Like it's not
yeah.
that other one is right where the buses are, right?
Mm.
So that's why people want to sell their produce there.
Over there.
Um,
Mm.
so it's just a bit of a difficult go, like where they want to set it up.
Mm.
So Bobby, owner of Natua Rentals, Natua Civil Contractors, Natua, all those different businesses, says they've been appealing to the government over the last 20 years at least for a market to be constructed in the area, but no action has been taken.
So all the time the people have been frustrating and they don't have proper place to sell. Even the buses are parked on the main way, and then people keep on running. It's a health hazard. People can get accident.
So all the people are frustrated. He said they do not have a proper place to sell. Even the buses are parked on the main way, like the main highway, and people keep on running across the highway. It's a health hazard, and people can get into an accident. Uh, Khan claims a piece of land has been allocated for the establishment of a market, but no action has been taken by the government over the past years. He suggests that if the government has acquired a piece of land, the people can fund the construction of a market and carry out other developments in Sanganga. Khan says little to no development has taken place in Sanganga despite allocations in the national budget by previous governments. He hopes the People Coalition government will act on the vendors' plea. Minister of Finance Biman Prasad assured the vendors that they will first improve the condition of the stalls before they work on the establishment of a market. Dang it, bro! I should have been there. I drove by it, and I'm like I hate I hate meetings. Like I like meetings. Like when I conduct meetings, just get to the point. Let's talk about what needs to be talked about, and let's not drag it out. But like, yeah, meetings always tend to like take way too long, and they waste time. And so that's why I didn't go. But I should have gone. The 2023-2024 National Budget Consultation Northern Division continues this weekend. I missed my chance. So, huh?
Yeah, another minister coming tomorrow.
Really?
I don't know. Oh, Minister for Lands.
Oh yeah, that's Bati's uncle,
Okay.
her mom's brother.
Are they coming to Sanganga?
Yeah.
Sanganga. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, but so anyways, that's the saga with our little small town.
Mm.
So I don't know. I still want to do it, but I'm not going to do it anymore because Buddy opened up a little coffee shop, tried to copy ours. So that's that.
Mm. Okay, I got another one. Any updates on the sprinkler from Zico Mark?
Yeah, so we go watch our YouTube video on the sprinkler. Just dropped it today. We got it all set up. But after that ended, we reduced the outlet or the pressure side of the pump to the sprinkler from a 2-inch pipe to a half-inch pipe. So I think it's working a bit better.
Mm.
But I'm looking into drip irrigation instead of the sprinkler because I have to buy a bunch more pipe to run to get the sprinkler to go down the field. So we have to like disconnect the sprinkler, take it to another like post, basically tie it off.
It's a lot of work.
And yeah, it's just a lot of work. And the water pump has to run all the time to power the sprinkler.
Right.
So I'm gonna see if we can there's a hill right beside the farm.
Mm.
We can put a big tank up there and just pump water up to the tank every once in a while, and then just have it gravity fed down, and then drip lines going down the rows. We'll try that instead. So
Okay.
that will when you have a sprinkler, like especially on a farm, like on a lawn, a sprinkler is really good. Like on a grass field, because you want everything to be watered, right?
Mm.
But in a farm, when the sprinkler sprays everything, weeds will grow everywhere the water is, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a drip system, it uses less water, and it only targets the roots of the plants where you have
Mm.
the holes on the pipe, right?
Mm. Mm.
And the sprinkler sprays water into the air, so a lot of it gets evaporated before it even hits the ground, like the fine mist,
Mm.
and then probably half of it just lands on the leaves of the plants
Mm.
when you need that water going to the roots. So
Mm.
it's actually quite an inefficient way to, you know, get water to plants,
Mm.
but it's way faster than doing it by hand when you have not many people. So we're looking into drip irrigation. So I'll be giving Hamza. I'll be going to visit A Hussein to see what they can do for me. So
From normally, yes, you got a lot of comments, right? Senganga track 6, the wrath of Bobby Khan. And then another comment: that moment when the sprinkler worked was like when Tom Hanks made fire on Castaway.
that's funny, dude. We should re-edit that video and put in that clip.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. That's funny. That's really
Yeah.
funny.
Good job on jerry rigging the sprinkler. MacGyver would be proud of the hack job.
Yes, you would.
MacGyver,
MacGyver.
MacGyver. Oh, this is this old
Yeah, old
kid,
show is a
old
kid who can
show
like
where
fix
he
anything.
makes up anything,
Yeah, you
like
can like
from DIY. He makes
exactly.
up those bombs.
Yeah,
That's child.
yeah.
That's my
MacGyver.
childhood
That's MacGyver for
TV
you,
show, MacGyver.
dude. Thank you. I'm gonna copy this link for this.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, that's this is fantastic. I just love this time with you guys. Thank you so much for joining. And is there any more questions? Do you have any questions? Do you posted a story on Instagram?
Yeah, well, I didn't post any questions, man. I just posted people that can watch.
Let me see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, peeps, it was fun hanging out. We'll see you guys again here on Friday at 4:30. Until then, this was On the Mat. My name is Jonathan Bati. Thank you guys for joining for the Wrath of
Bobby Khan.
Bobby Khan. We'll see you guys.